Okay, well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode 2. We're continuing on from where we left off yesterday in Last Plague Blight, more realistic survival difficulty. Finally, getting my feet off the ground and learning the gameplay loop to enough of an extent to truly succeed. We're ready to go visit Elric and try to bring an end to the Blight, but I don't know what that's going to entail. We're gonna find out though, because the first mission I have this morning is to try and locate Elric's cave. And we're gonna have to bring the slime samples to him that we got. But right now I have something more important to do. And that is, I have to craft a wagon. Alright. Well, there we go. We still have plenty of fuel for the fire. Let's work on getting chat open. Later today, in roughly 3 or 4 hours, we're going to be trying and shroud it again. I guess I'll just go get more firewood while we're waiting for everything to complete. Although, I do have a lot of scrap wood stockpiled that we could theoretically use for the fire. Evo, goddamn, did you strike again, buddy? Thank you very much. You're giving me a lot of love and support over these past couple days. I'm extremely grateful. If I want to get that message off the screen, though, I will have to remove it. But the record is there in the live stream. Thank you very, very damn much, buddy. Yeah, if for some reason those kinds of messages are the only ones that don't disappear on their own, but how are you today, buddy? What the fuck is that? I think there's a... Oh, yeah, there's a bear over there. A black bear by the water. Alright. I'm gonna need to start another batch of iron. carry that stuff on me for now. Our water's done, thankfully. It's super thirsty. Your 1K plus CA deficit tonight? Is that like a pay bump or something? Okay, we almost have our first batch. Hang on. Okay, transfer all of that, put the charcoal in. We're gonna have to ignite it again. Let's process these blooms first. We have a lot of these to process, so putting a lot of fuel might be a good idea. All right. Okay. We do have a slag stockpile somewhere, I think. I just don't know where. Oh, behind here. Oh, your 1K plus calorie deficit, eh? Well, right on. You're sticking to it. Let's cook this rabbit. I'm gonna check on the traps. Active rabbit snare, nothing underneath. Nothing underneath. Yeah, we're gonna have to find Elric's cave. It won't be very easy to find, but it's gotta be like on that cliff face, right? So my base is right here. I could literally go directly east and then slightly north, but I'm not likely to find it that way. Rather, what I should do is follow this river, get right here, and then go slightly west and then straight north. That might be my best shot at actually pulling it off. Insufficient materials, eh? Okay, we made one wheel rim. Here's the blooms. Alright. Throw these in here, heat them up. There we go. Yeah, we make another wheel rim and we can actually craft the entire thing. With extra. Let's eat. Yeah, I'm very proud of you for what you're doing, Evo. It is not easy. Alright, we need to make a wheel. We'll need more short planks. I have a lot of long ones, not many short ones. We need more charcoal in there. There we go. I don't know where the bear is. Short planks made out of a log. Okay. I gotta keep an eye on things back at the base, but we'll keep on doing that. And get the planks that we need to make the wheels. Shit, I only smelted one. Okay. There we go. Okay, beautiful. Let's make that second wheel frame. Good. Alright. I think I'll also make an iron shovel. Beautiful. We'll store those in there for now. Let's go saw more planks. Maybe not yet. I need to wait until I process these. I wish I could just speed up time at will whenever I wanted, rather than when I am, like, doing something. I need a shovel handle. Long plank, short plank, and 10 nails. Okay. Okay, there we go. We have 10 extra iron, wrought iron. Let's craft our iron-tipped shovel. It allows for digging and earth movement, eh? So I could probably terraform terrain with that. We need to get a whole bunch of saws now. Whole bunch of short planks. But I think I can sleep until morning at this point. Maybe I shouldn't yet. We'll get the planks first, craft the wagon. There is a wolf, like a coyote, right there. Okay. Now we need to make 2 of these wheels. Sweet. Oof, buddy, that takes a lot of shit. Let's place it down near base. I have to carry it slowly. We'll build it right here. Beautiful. Okay, we need 40 nails, 20 long planks. Bro, we had to work so hard for this fucking cart. And shitty part is, the game might not be developed enough for us to get much use out of it, but in the future, this cart's gonna be much more valuable. Because there's gonna be more story to complete and stuff. And longer longer gameplay loop, right? So we need more long planks and short planks here. I think I only need like 6 long planks. Beautiful. This large tree can net me a lot of what we need. Lumber. Okay. I don't know how, but I fit it all in my inventory. Let's get it all back. I do technically still have more room for some short planks in here, but not much. Beautiful. Okay, I think we can build that wagon now. I'm gonna get some stamina back. We're super fucking encumbered right now, but we got a lot of planks. We might even be able to completely finish the wagon. I'm gonna drop those guts right here. We don't need those. Oh, beautiful. I finally have a hand cart, dude. It's gonna be easier than ever to stockpile nearby resources. Anyway, it's time to sleep. Son of a bitch. What a pussy. He needs light to sleep. Alright. Let's go deposit our shit. Clean up all the slag off the floor. We need some food. Big time need some food. We got a bear over there. Although I think I got really lucky with my last bear. We'll see. Wow, he doesn't give a shit about the Blight, eh? Man, the bears are like the easiest animals to kill. Anyway, we got some food. Hello, rain check. Oh god, the bear's 100% infected, apparently. And that meat is 100% contaminated with blight, so I don't even know if I can eat any of this. We got some blueberries over here, but that's a cold comfort right now. Let's grab them. It'll at least stop us from starving. Rabbit snare has nothing. And that one has nothing too. Alright, well let's see how much of the contamination we can cook out of that meat. Really not expecting much, but... What the hell? Oh, I have to make ground meat and sausages out of it. That's a lot. Okay. Well, I don't do sausages, so... Yeah, we'll figure something else out. Oh, shit. Don't want to drop my knife. Let's refuel our torch fully. I can at least do that. And then we'll deposit all the fat. Still have a bunch of melted pine resin in case I get hurt. I'm gonna make sure I'm fully hydrated. We're just gonna head out. I can probably find, like, blueberries, right? So let's drink all that. And then we're gonna fill up that empty bottle with more water to drink later. I don't really have the black bear hide. Where's that? I must not have had the space to take it. Well, the bear's body is over here somewhere. There it is. Hello, Cameron. It's been a while. How are you doing? Alright, let's start soaking the bear hide. I'm gonna need to fill this up again. Alright. Let's grab the clay jug. I wonder how I can catch the bass. I'd assume spear throwing, but that'd be profoundly unreliable. I don't think there's a fishing rod yet, but I could try to see if there's one. You can make a fish trap, which honestly, I really kind of wish I had done sooner. Let's make a couple right now, and then we can test it out over time. We burned through our stick supply to do it, but who knows, maybe we'll feel like we've been sitting, like sleeping on this the whole time. place here, water too shallow. Okay, so it's got to be like here in the middle. There we go. And then I'll place another one right here. We have 2 active fish traps in the middle of the river. I've never used them before, but they're probably really useful. Anyway, we need to get out of here because the only source of food I'm going to have is whatever I can forage on the road. I also have to take this small leather satchel. We need the slime to take to those priest dudes. I haven't done any farming yet, but I don't really plan on it for a while. Alright, let's equip the shield and our spear, even though it's not looking too good right now. We need to follow the river to the east, harvesting whatever blueberries we find on the way. You're doing all right, eh, Cameron? You're gonna catch up on some sleep? Can I eat those? They're not worth eating, but some of these mushrooms probably are. Let's check the red cap, the small white. Yeah, I'd say that's worth it. This one's not. So the small white mushrooms are pretty good. What about the orange caps? Kind of. Yeah. So... the curved ones as well. Yeah, the curved beige mushrooms, the small white mushrooms, and the orange mushrooms all seem worth eating if you need to, like, fill up your hunger bar. That is good knowledge, dude, because these mushrooms are literally everywhere. Sweet. Better than blueberries. We're like full just on mushrooms, dude. Anyway, we're following the river. We're gonna have to pass by 2 lakes, but I'm gonna want to start on the other side of the river. Yeah, for now, we keep heading east until we get right here. The fact that we don't show up on the map means that we have to be intelligent with the use of landmarks and the compass. I'm going to equip the compass, so we're currently heading east. I should end up passing over a river at some point. Wait. Hmm. That's to the south. Heading northeast. Am I at this lake? Because I might be. You know what? I'm just gonna head south until I get to the river. I mean, this might be the river right here. But I don't think so. Apparently it's a river connected to a lake, so I must be around here. Am I right here? Hmm. I'm headed south after crossing a river, so I might be right here. If we get to a road, then I'll know I'm right there. But apparently I have to go east. Well, there's the road, so yeah, I know where I am. We are here at this road. Let's get some rest, get all of our stamina back, nice and quick. If we stand still, it shouldn't take long. So I think right now, we're walking east along, like right here, next to the second lake. Yeah, because this is the river that we crossed right there. So I need to follow the river right here. That is the right-hand curve. We need to follow it until we get to that fork. And once we get to that fork, that's when we're going to have to go north and try to find the Greybeards, or whatever the fuck. Elric and his clerics. Let's eat some blueberries. Okay, I think this is the fork in the river right here. Definitely. So we need to head back this way a little bit and then go like pure north. Not very far, mind you. Okay, we're going north right here. Let's hope we can find our way to Elric and the other clerics. It's been difficult to find our way there so far. Very difficult. But apparently they're in a cave near a cliff face. have enough stones to make a fire. Enough twigs to light it. Let's grab up all these berries. We're looking for a cliff face. This has got to be the cliff face right here. So somewhere around here we might find a cave that leads to Elric and the other clerics. It looks like that's it right there. Okay, yeah, this is definitely the right place. Very interesting. Definitely a substance that would thrive in the damp swampland environment. Thank you for bringing this to us. We will study this sample closely and conduct experiments. We will send a letter with any discoveries that we find. In the meantime, be on the lookout for other useful samples. That's it? So I can't, like, trade with these guys or anything? Wow, that was underwhelming. Okay, well, he'll contact us later. Within the next day. I need to wait for a letter within the next day. Alright, well, let's head west. We found him, and we made some progress. You know what this game might be missing is some nice tower defense segments, like building traps, getting blighted animals coming after you and stuff. Oh shit. I don't know how the hell we're gonna kill an in-game day. I mean, I feel like having the cart already, my base is already looking good. Maybe I'll test out the shovel, and I'll see about the possibility of kind of redoing my base. Now that we have end-game tools and equipment, it would be a lot easier to do. Shit. What if, I just thought of something. What if he leaves the letter at the wrong campfire? Because I have a campfire at, like, the cave, right? The cave where we did our mining. Anyway, while I'm here, I'm gonna get a shitload of planks. Very large tree. That's insane. I don't think I've ever chopped one of these down before. What the fuck am I gonna get for all this? Okay, we got some long planks and also some lumber. Oh my god. That's enough long planks. We need some short ones. Let's eat all these. All right. I'm just gonna drop all these fucking stones. Holy shit. Okay, well, our inventory is full. I kind of want to try to keep those berries. So, yeah, we'll call it good enough. I mean, I have an entire inventory full of shit right now. Anyway, I don't know if I have to dismantle the old campfire at the mine or not. We're extremely encumbered. Yeah, we're gonna want all of our stamina back so we can do a good, meaningful run. You know what? If I just go to the river, I can take the river all the way home. It'll basically flow me back home at a faster speed, so I think I'm gonna do that. Alright, we'll get our stamina back. Fuck. Well, my gear is, my steel gear is rusting because I'm getting it wet. Wheelbarrow? What do you mean, wheelbarrow? Short planks and nails. Yo, no way. Oh my god. That is the early game handcart. Are you serious? Oh, fuck. That could have been useful earlier. No wonder. Yeah, you can make that wheelbarrow wheel very early on. Like, once you, basically right as soon as you get a saw, you can make it. That's insane. There is an early game cart, and I had no idea. I'm getting a lot of leeches, but I'm also getting home much faster. That's the thing, right? Anyway, I think from this point on, I'm willing to walk on the shoreline to get home the rest of the way. I see our base. No. We need to wait for a letter from Elric. It's gonna be dropped near our campfire, apparently. Deposit all of our planks that we brought home, a significant amount of them. Alright. Let's have a nap. And let's light the fire. I want to use my new cart to get a shitload of firewood. All right, there we go. Okay, well, it seems like you can sprint with the cart, which is nice. Yeah, we'll test it out. We'll grab a bunch of firewood. Just preferably not near that black bear over there. Yeah, we're gonna test out the maximum capacity of that wagon and see how much how much firewood we're able to bring back at once. Oh, wow, it's got just like a flat grid. Look at the size of this fucking thing, man. I'm gonna build the wheelbarrow as well, so we can take a look at the capacity difference between the two, but you can fit a fuck ton of firewood in here. I wonder if the weight of it makes a difference. That's right, run away. The black bears run away with very little resistance. I like it. Yeah, we're gonna immediately craft that wheelbarrow and see just how much I've been crippling myself for the whole playthrough because I didn't know it existed. That's a lot of firewood already, like, very quick gains. There are more large trees around. Enemies are nearby, apparently. We're never gonna need firewood again. And I'll tell you, I'll feel pretty damn stupid if the wheelbarrow is even half this useful. Hopefully that bear just sort of passes us by. We're getting out of here after this load of firewood right here. Alright, let's test this out. Okay. Even with how heavy the cart is, I'm still able to, like, sprint with it and everything. And the weight doesn't apply to us, so it doesn't slow down my movement speed or my stamina regen, which is really welcomed, honestly. Now, let's craft that wheelbarrow. I really want to test it out and see how it compares, you know? We haven't received the letter from Elric yet. I'm gonna deposit this bag, because I'm pretty sure that small leather bag causes my blight to increase if I have that shit in it. It's protective, it slows the rate, but I think there's still a rate of gain, so... Okay. Look at all that fucking firewood, that's amazing. Yeah, let's make that wheelbarrow. I need 30 nails and 20 planks. Now I just need to make apparently a single wheelbarrow wheel. Which is 5 short planks and 10 nails. Okay. Wheelbarrow wheel. Alright, let's take a look at this. See, that's a massive grid. Even if I had just built this, then getting firewood in the early game wouldn't have been nearly as annoying, you know? It's very slow, and I don't know... Let's put a whole bunch of this firewood in it and see how slow it is still. I'm gonna fill it, dude. Yeah, I want to get a really good idea of the limitations of these devices. The handcart's incredible. It seems to have no limitations. But the wheelbarrow, I'd imagine, would be much harder to move around if it was weighted down with a lot of stuff. This is the maximum load of firewood, because you can't rotate it. So let's test that out. Wow, and I can still haul ass with the wheelbarrow. That's... I really wish I crafted this sooner. That's amazing. Worth it. Totally worth it, that wheelbarrow. It is an early game cart, and I had no idea there even was one. Anyway, let's get some sleep. I'll boil some water while we're sleeping. Certainly don't have to worry about where my fire fuel is coming from. I wish I was more tired. I suppose I could try to make some chamomile tea. which would accelerate my tiredness gain. I'm already fully rested. That's not nearly enough chamomile for all that. Okay. Let's equip the bowl. Medium strength. Plus 0.4. Yeah, I want to experiment with the quantities. Alright. You need a lot of fucking chamomile, though. I feel like they need to nerf the amount of chamomile that you need. There just isn't enough chamomile in the world, you know what I mean? Alright. Anyway, I do know a way to speed up time. Technically. Basically, you just, you know, you take this apart most of the way, but then you repair it. Although it does waste your durability there. I wonder if there's any other ways that you could pass time reliably like that. I think I can just use my hands for this. Like, I don't think I'm using a tool. You know what I mean? So maybe I could just keep on taking something apart and then rebuilding it. It passes the time. I think I'm gonna go take apart the fire pit that's in the mining cave, just in case he ends up leaving the letter there. I don't want that to happen, right? Let's drink all of that. Place it on the ground. We're still well fed, don't need to worry about that. Yeah, the wheelbarrow, I definitely slept on the wheelbarrow here for my first playthrough, and I regret it. I didn't even know it existed, was the thing. I saw the cart, and I was like, okay, let's unlock the cart, but it turns out the wheelbarrow was always there, right? But that's how it goes, and I'm happy that I could kind of, you know, a lot of you might not have played this yet, might not have learned that yet, but now you know it going into it. You'll be like, hey, wait a minute, there's a wheelbarrow, you know? I don't know what time it is, but we're just gonna start going right now. I'm gonna have to head east until I get to that lake. I never checked the fish traps, but we'll check them when we get back. Yeah, I gotta find that lake, and then I need to find the passage to the iron mine. Here's the lake right here. So we gotta go to the far south of it. I'll feel safer if I take apart that other campfire at the mine. Just because it might fuck up the quest that we have. He might deliver the letter to the wrong one, right? To the wrong campfire. I really don't know for sure. Here we go. Stockpile of long sticks, so I just have to head that way and I'll get to my mine and I can take apart the campfire. Day 9, the blight continues to spread. That wheelbarrow would completely change the game in the mid-game. Like, you can make the saw very quickly, relatively speaking. It's really easy to make a saw. You just have to, like, do a little bit of clay work, make a pan, get some tin and copper, and then you're set, right? So you could have a wheelbarrow that early in the game. I think that's the cliff face right there with the cave that we need. Where my campfire is. Right here. Alright, and I can leave all the stones there so we could rebuild the campfire later. Level ground. Wow. Interesting. Okay. So that's a thing. I'm gonna grab some spotted red mushrooms. I might want to make that thing that reduces my blight susceptibility. And I'll try to find more chamomile too, but I don't know how much luck we'll have with that here in the forest. Usually I find it out in big plains. Interesting. Apparently I can press P to rest on the ground. We'll try it when I run out of stamina. Wow, yeah, there's actually, like, character actions to lie down or sit. That could be super fucking useful. Every time I play this, I learn a little bit more about it. I like it. I just regret not making that fucking wheelbarrow a long time ago. But I appreciate it more now because I didn't. I'll check the fish traps, see if we caught any fish in them. That's another thing I might have been potentially sleeping on for the entire playthrough. Yep. Okay, so I have a fish. I have 2 fucking fish. Let's remove the leech. Fish have a very low level of contamination. Let's try cooking these and see what's what. I'm gonna grab some tinder and kindling. Wow, that looks... Okay, plus 15. I was gonna say plus 1.5 food for an entire trout fillet, like... Let's put more fuel in here. We sure as shit have no shortage now. Okay, so we got 15 minutes. Let's repeatedly take that apart and then rebuild it. Which is honestly, it's a weird system, I admit, but it's better than just actually standing there and waiting. There needs to be like a pastime function. Beautiful. The trout is better than the bass meat, it looks like, in terms of satiety. Both are good in terms of contamination. At least relative to other things. Alright. And then I need some salt. I think that's everything I need right there in order to make a batch. I'll keep on making little piles like that. I'll split the salt in this jar so that it doesn't keep on, you know, so that the quantities I split don't keep going into other stacks. Fuck, they did it. Yeah, that's annoying. I don't like that. Whenever you split something from a stack, it just fills another stack. So you don't actually end up with the quantity that you're trying to get. It's annoying. I'll need more spotted red mushroom caps, but we can try to find more. I need 9 more. Okay. Alright, we're boiling a shitload of water. We have the cooked bass. I need to go find more red mushrooms. And chamomile if I can. Spotted red. Spotted red. I only need 4 more. Well, wow, there we go. We're done. Oh, yeah. So let's move these down here. I basically have it all prepared in, like, batches. I think. Hang on. Info, catalog, spotted red mushroom soup. Alright, so I need 80 grams of salt per batch. Actually, not 50. Really fucking wish I made that wheelbarrow sooner, dude. I can't believe how useful it is and how long it took me to realize it was even an option. Alright. There we go. Okay, we have exact quantities for 3 massive batches of the shit. Right as soon as that water's done, we can make it. Let's grab more firewood. Excessively fill the fire. And then we'll just have a little nap until it's ready. Okay. Yeah, I can only stack those mushrooms up to 10. But I think that the stone bowl is like perfect for that quantity, so we'll put the clean water down right here. And then I will take the stone bowl, fill it up. And that makes a hearty serving. Yeah. Hmm. I want to test out the stamina regeneration. You know what? I can lose all my stamina faster if I just collect all these planks. But yeah, I want to see how fast my stamina regenerates while I'm sitting. Carrying all these planks should make it nice and fast. My stamina is depleting 100% faster. Now we're getting into like the nitty-gritty of all the mechanics. Okay. Oh, wow. That's way fucking faster. Yeah, when you sit on the ground, dude, your stamina just comes back at warp speed. That's at least twice as fast as when I was just standing still. So your stamina has 3 different regeneration rates. It has a regeneration rate while moving, a regeneration rate while standing still, and a regeneration rate while sitting. That's great. For a game this early access, that's actually amazing. This game is the GOAT, dude. And honestly, it's only like 10% of the way developed right now. Just imagine how this game's gonna be when it's 100% developed. Anyway, that first serving of spotted red mushroom soup is almost done. I need to shed some of my built-up Blight exposure. I will lose some health, but that's an acceptable loss. Okay. This should almost completely eliminate my Blight if I just drink the whole thing, so... There we go. Hell yeah, buddy. Almost completely. Not quite, but almost. Let's fill up the bowl and make another batch. I have a lot of, like, covered glass bottles now, so I can make several doses of it. There we go. And then if I want to speed it up, I just have to repeatedly do this. Yeah, going through a full cycle of this uses about 8 to 9 minutes of time, which is honestly pretty good. Like that's something I wish I knew about before. And I don't think you actually need a tool to do this. I'm not using my hammer. This is a bare-handed thing, you know? So it's a makeshift way for you to pass some time. And it looks like my blight is actually completely eliminated, which is great. Okay. Wow. That was shitty. Okay. Just wasted a bunch of potable water. All right. This is, yeah, if I just take this apart once and then repair it, then that bowl of water is going to be done. That's actually a great trick. Yeah, it's like 9 minutes. All right, transfer all, and transfer all. Now I just take this apart 3 times and repair it 3 times, and that'll be ready. This is something that I feel should remain in the game. Yeah, because there's, like, you can't just stand around with your dick in your hand forever. I would even welcome it if there was, like, a pastime option. Like, just, you know. Yeah, just for the sake of gameplay fun and keeping people engaged in good activities. Like, there's nothing fun about just standing there and waiting for something to finish cooking on your campfire, right? And there's only so much you can do. Like, if you already have a good base and all your needs are met, then, like, you can't do anything, right? Okay, we have an entire bottle of that soup. With extra, but I have no more blight remaining, so... All right. That's as much as we can make for now. We've eaten. I can't believe we still haven't gotten that letter yet. I mean, maybe like around, you know, midday today we'll finally get it, but... Yeah, we pretty much got done all of those early game tutorials. Yeah, we're still waiting for contact from Elric. Let's go harvest up some chamomile. Yeah, we're looking for something to do. That's the perfect contender right now. I do think that we might be rapidly approaching, quote unquote, the end of the content that is currently available, but I don't know. I've had a blast over the past 3 days learning the game and discovering how to get ahead in it. I had a good time. I got no regrets. Let's grab up these blueberries. By the way, can I eat the garlic? No. We got a good concentration of chamomile right here. Okay, we're coming up on a road. I originally ran this way. I am facing which direction? I need the compass. I'm facing east. No, I'm facing west. Okay, so I'm right here at this road then. I'm gonna have to turn to the right. All right, now we're gonna try and prepare a fuck ton of like a dried chamomile flower healing beverage. We got food for days now in the form of those blueberries. I can see the future development of this game being really good because I noticed that you can mix fluids, so it's going to probably become like some sort of an alchemical potion making, mix and matching type of experience, right? Like combining chamomile potions with the spotted red mushroom potions so that you can heal while, you know, counteract the effects type thing. Anyway, let's transfer all these in. We have 80 chamomile flowers to begin drying. A whole fuck ton of blueberries. gonna have a little nap. They're just about dried. Now let's boil some water. The fish are pretty consistent. Oh my god, 5 trapped creatures in there? That's insane. Yeah, the fish nets seem very consistent. Alright, that's gonna take an hour and 9 minutes. Yeah, it seems like the best thing to repeatedly take apart and put back together so that you can pass time is the clay brick kiln. I hope I get that letter soon, because I'm getting bored, and the temptation to play Enshrouded is pretty strong right now. I just want that letter, right? So I can keep going. Eight more minutes left, yeah, perfect. Okay. Medium strength. That would be weak, apparently. I can sleep while this boils. Get a little nap. Okay. I should definitely have that letter by now. Within the next day. Well, it's definitely been over 24 hours since I visited their cave and talked to him. Okay, nice, strong. Let's boil all that. All right, beautiful. Yeah, being able to pass time this way is definitely making it more bearable to go through some stuff. Where's that jug? Right here. Okay, we have a lot of that stuff, actually. Nice. Yeah, we got a good amount of chamomile tea at the base now. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, I don't really think I can do the hurry up and wait thing anymore. I'll drink that. Oh, I kind of can't now. Yeah, I'm hydrated. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start playing Enshrouded. I can't keep, like, passing time waiting for the letter, right? I learned a lot just in this episode. Like, I learned you can sit down on the ground to have, like, a 3x multiplier on your stamina regeneration by pressing P. I also learned I can speed up time by repeatedly taking apart and putting back together the clay structures made out of bricks. I also learned that there's a tier 1 hand cart, the wheelbarrow, which would have helped me a while ago. I also learned that there's fish traps and that you can actually get a fuck ton of food that way really easily. Yeah, I've learned so much today, dude. This may be a short episode, but it's probably been the most informative for the time spent. All right, well, let's save the game. And I will get ready for Enshrouded now. I already have the stream scheduled. I just have to install it. So I suppose we'll leave the game open and I'll just continue passing time. You know, we might end up getting that letter while I'm installing Enshrouded, so keep hoping we'll get it, but it just never arrives. Let's put more fuel in the fire. Now, let me try something. I'm gonna drink some of this. So we have accelerated rest acquisition, and then if I take that apart and then, you know, keep on repairing it, then our rest meter should fall faster because of the chamomile tea. I also have to wonder, there might actually be other things that you can make that, like, let's say I want to get super tired. Well, maybe I could make, like, a valerian tea or something, and it would make me super fucking tired, right? These are the kinds of things that we can think about to try and learn a little bit more before we transfer over to Enshrouded. I wanted to find out if it was 20 ticks to build it. Looks like it is. So I can't go all the way to 20. Let's rotate this and place it back there. Just like that. My health is almost full. Ah, fuck, I did it again. Well, I get to build it and pass more time. Yeah, when you hold T, you actually just rapidly pick up everything on the ground. It's really useful. Our health is pretty much full. Let's just get a little bit more of a nap here. All right. Anyway, Enshrouded is only halfway downloaded. So I suppose we'll just keep on trying to pass more time. Well, getting that letter from Elric is definitely not a day. It's much longer. Within the next day. Yeah, there's been no fucking letter dropped near our base, so pretty crazy. I mean, it got so boring trying to wait that, like, I'm switching to another game. But, I mean, like I said, I love this game, and there's way too much to praise about it. And it's going to be on my radar for a good long time. I'm very excited to see the ongoing development of it. I just don't like the letter system right now, of course. I did everything, like all the mining and building the hand cart before I went to visit Elric, so that's kind of on me. I didn't leave myself with much else to do. Yeah. I could have, you know, endeavored to craft a steel sword or something, but we're good. Either way, I'm still glad that I learned so much in this episode. Being able to make a leather stockpile would be really useful. So, how's that download? 82%. All right, well, I'm gonna call it. I still haven't gotten that fucking letter. Right? I mean, what if I leave the render distance of the campfire? Will it, like, send it? I don't know. No. Okay, I'm not gonna bother. Yeah, we're just gonna stop playing this. I'm tired of waiting for the damn letter. Yeah, we'll play some Enshrouded. I will be right back, okay? I'm gonna heat up my second coffee before we do. All right, I've got my second coffee, and Shrouded is installed. When is the release date? When, October 15th? Okay. Ugh. 11:20. So I'm just gonna transfer you guys directly over to Enshrouded if you want to keep on chilling. Then when this stream ends, you should get ported directly over to the next one. Yeah, but I'm really happy with Last Plague Blight. I think that game's got so much potential. I learned so much, even just in this short episode, this couple of hours that we've played. I have learned so much, right? Like, you can make the wheelbarrow before you can make the cart, and the wheelbarrow is super useful for like collecting firewood and shit. You can make it with a saw, so you really don't have to get that far to make it. You can just like pan for some tin and bronze, make your nails, and make the saw, and then you're good, right? And I really like the potion brewing systems that are in Last Plague Blight. I think that this game has so much potential. And it's only at version 0.1 right now, so I'm so excited to see what else comes in Last Plague Blight. This has been a refreshing breath of fresh air to see an early access game with prospects that I'm so excited about, right? Anyway, I'm gonna end this stream, take a piss, and then I will see you guys in Enshrouded momentarily. Hopefully we'll have just as many good things to say about Enshrouded. All right, peace out for now. I'll see you in a minute.